applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse. Mine, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie, I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me, keep on running, toes they gon' take them. Refuse to lose, built to win. Applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win. Yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win. Applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse.
Welcome back to CTC. I'm your gracious host, Carl, and I'm back with another episode. And tonight, we're just gonna recap the Champions Classic. We're not gonna really, get into the intro. It's just an episode I just felt like I wanted to drop because I watched the Champions Classic, and I was excited, obviously, by the Michigan State dub, which I'll talk about in a second. But I just thought it was some basketball I wanted to talk about, so I fired up the pod. Let's get into it. So. First of all, I'd like to say if you caught the end of my This Week in College Football Week 12 podcast episode, if you haven't, go back and watch it. If not, if you have, appreciate you. I said at the end of my episode for the Champions Classic, I have Michigan State winning, and I have Duke winning. Duke was missing, Kansas was missing Darren Peterson, and I just felt like I like the way Michigan State is constructed this year. Now, granted, I didn't think we were going to shoot as well as we did from the 3-point line, which I'll talk about in a second, but I have faith in my boys against Kentucky without, Jaden Quaidon hasn't played yet, and I didn't know Jalen Lowe was out. But yeah, I felt confident in my boys. But we're going, like I said, we're going to hop right into it. Wait, my bad. One more thing, and we'll hop into it. 3-0 Max night for your boy today. Predicted Akron as home dogs to win. I predicted Western Michigan to take care of business, and obviously Ohio to take care of business. So if you missed my Maction episode, just tune in next time or tune in to Friday Night Lights where we talk about the two games for Friday. Now, let's jump into it. So, we got Michigan State upsetting Kentucky, 17th ranked Michigan State upsetting 12th ranked Kentucky, 83-66. And I'm not going to lie, the way this game first started, Jeremy Fears just looked lackadaisical. He was playing lazy defense, turning the ball over like crazy, and we need Jeremy Fears. So it was honestly irritating me because we need him. He's our leader. He's our dog. He sets the tone for us. So for him to do that was a little odd because that's unlike him. If anything, he's going to be the guy that always has the energy. So that threw me off. And Kentucky was taking advantage, backdoor cuts like crazy. And I knew that timeout was coming when Izzo called it. I knew it was coming. He called it. He sat him. He brought in Divine. I can't pronounce his name, bro. It's an African last name. He's from the transfer from Miami University. He brought him in. He let Fear settle down. We started coming back. Fear's coming to game. Jackson Kolar was huge. He hit a couple threes. He was getting buckets in the paint. Footwork's phenomenal. He was doing big things. Kurt Tang hit a couple threes. Jesse McCullough hit a big three. Trey Fort hit a three. It was just phenomenal. We took the lead. Jeremy Fears got his head back right. He finally showed up, and we just took off from there. Now, Kentucky, they had some good plays. Why am I blanking on his name? He hit their first 5 points, and I can't remember his name right now. But he hit their first 5 points. I got the box score right here. Colin Chandler hit their first 5 points. Way got to the basket. That Kentucky was doing some nice things as well, but Michigan State shot the blood out the ball. Cam Ward made some big plays as well. He hit a turnaround jumper in the midi as time expired to go up 18-10. It was a really good game. Now, I highlighted the people on the highlight. I do want to highlight some things. So, Michigan State, mind you, we haven't had a game where we hit over 4 threes. We went 11 for 22 from the 3-point line today. I mean, if every game gotta be played in New York for us to, hey man, I petition Michigan State play their home games in New York. But shooting 50% from three with 22 attempts was amazing for Michigan State. While Kentucky shot 7 of 30, which is 23%. So I think our defense did a really good job in that as well. Also, something I want to highlight that we need to get rid of 13 points. 13 turnovers, excuse me. But we did have 15 points off of their 9 turnovers, limiting Kentucky to only 17 off our 13. So while we did have 4 more turnovers, we had 2 less points. So I think we were better with our turnovers, like with the turnovers we created. But this game became a blowout really fast. And we were up, I would say, between the ranges of 14 to 18 throughout majority of it. Then we went up 20 for quite a bit before we finally like throttled down with like 3 minutes left. Took Fears out. Shout out to the guy that came in for Fears, Wujik. He had a great bounce pass off screen. It looked amazing. So shout out to him. But my player of the game, and as much as I want to give it to Jeremy Fears, who had 8 points and 13 assists, I have to go Jackson Kolar with 20 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. I have to go Kolar because when Fears, had his little moment, which, hey, he's human, Kolar kept us afloat. Kolar definitely kept us afloat, and he was the one consistent throughout the game. Now, I love that Fears got it together and 8 points, 13 assists. I was hoping Izzo let him stay in and get the double-double, to be honest. But they don't care about that. They want to get the win and get up out of here. But it would have been nice to see Fears get that 10 point, 13 rebound, 13 assist double-double. But my player of the game is Jackson Kolar, man. He was phenomenal. Now, I do want to talk a little bit about Kentucky because Otega Owe, he was aggressive. I like what I saw from him tonight, 12 points, 4 boards. He led Kentucky in scoring. Diabate did get hurt late in the ball game, like 5 minutes left in the second half. Like I said, Chandler, he came out, hit their first 5 points, but he was kind of relatively quiet after that. He finished with 10 points. But we did a great job defensively. Nobody scoring over 12 points in the ball game. So, yeah, shout out to Kentucky, though. They fought hard. They're missing 2 guys, Jalen Lowe and Jaden Quaintance. But overall, victory for MSU. Now, we'll move on to the next game that came on after us. After the polls, but I'm not going to talk about the polls. This is a basketball episode. Kansas, man. They fought hard. They definitely fought hard without Darren Peterson, but Duke pulled away late to win 78-66. Now, Kansas was up for a good part of the first half. But then Flory, I can't remember his last name. He had a great game. He was definitely the reason why Kansas came back and why Kansas was able to fight, but I can't remember his last name. He had a good game. I'm looking for it right now as I look for the box score. Bryson Tiller had a good game. And Trey White was shooting the ball pretty well. Floyd Badunga. There we go. Badunga. He had 14.6 boards. Bryson Tiller had 6 and 6. And Trey White had 22, 9 boards and 4 assists. Melvin Council had 15 and 6 assists for the Jayhawks. But they were hitting shots. They were up till a late half flurry by Duke, which was caused by foul trouble, to lead Duke to go up by 8 at halftime. They went on like a 17-2 run, I want to say, at one point. And like I said, man, Kansas got in foul trouble. Duke took advantage, as they should have. Isaiah Evans looked amazing again. He shot the ball well. He was getting to the cup. Cam Boozer, man, he looked solid. I know he had 20 points. No, he had 18 points, 10 rebounds. So a double-double was congrats. Hey, man, shout out to him for that. But it's just, I want to see more. Like, I know he's supposed to be the number 3 overall pick. I just want to see more. Like, he looks solid. Don't get me wrong. His activity, he's a super athlete. Super athlete. He's very athletic. I just want to see more skill-wise from Cam. That's all. His brother, I think, did a good job as well. Caden, I think his brother did a great job, especially in the second half. Yeah, he had 7 points, but I feel like in the second half, he was doing a good job. I don't want to say fighting off the Kansas comeback, because Kansas did come back, and at one point they was down 3. But he did a good job in that. But I want to highlight my player of the game. I'm gonna go Isaiah Evans, man. I know Cam Boozer might be some of y'all's, but I'm going Isaiah Evans. He hit a big three off a late game shot clock in the second half. He also hit some threes early when Kansas was doing their thing. Now, Cam Boozer, like I said, his activity around the rim. He was getting to the free throw line. He was getting baskets, but I think Isaiah Evans, he was hitting timely baskets, big shots, 3-point shots. He was getting to the cup. He shot. Oh, I don't got his free throws right here, but I'm pretty sure he got to the free throw line. Not a lot, but a little. Yeah, 3 for 3 from the line. So, yeah, I'm gonna go Isaiah Evans to my player of the game. Kansas, like I said, they fought hard without Darren Peterson, Trey White shooting the ball extraordinarily well today. He went 7 to 13, 2 or 4 from the three. Melvin Council, he didn't shoot it quite well from three, but he was getting to the cup 6 of 15, 1 for 4 from three. But I'm highlighting Badunga for the Jayhawks. Badunga, man, like I said, when he was on that floor, he was flushing stuff. He flushed on Cam Boozer. He was flushing a ball around the rim. He is, again, another active guy. And when he was in the game, you could tell the difference between Kansas, but then when he wasn't in the game. So definitely want to highlight him for Kansas. But like I said, Duke late game just ran away with it. Kansas couldn't really hit shots. And I mean, they could have won by more if Duke didn't miss free throws late game. But Kansas fought hard, man. It was just Duke was just a little bit too much down the stretch, especially when you're missing your best player. And I believe Bryson Tiller did foul out of the ball game. I would have loved to see more from Cole Rosario in this game. I would have definitely loved to see more from him, but I would also love to see more from Jaden Dawson, man. 2 for 6, 1 for 5. Thought Jaden Dawson was a big transfer pickup from Loyola Chicago, but I mean, it's early in the season. Definitely would love to see more from him. Also, was really surprised why Marco Jackson only played 6 minutes in this ball game. Maybe Coach Self didn't feel like this was a ball game for him. But I was surprised about that. But a great win for Duke in this. Now, Michigan State moves on to 4-0, while Duke moves on to 5-0. Kansas falls to 3-2, and Kentucky falls to 3-2. But big wins in the Champions Classic. Very, very entertaining 2 games. And I'm looking forward to see how these teams match up or pan up as the year progresses. I know Michigan State plays Duke next month, so I'm excited for that. We got one more test in terms of ranked opponents. Before that, North Carolina on Thanksgiving, I believe. So that's going to be fun to watch. But, yeah, 2 good championship classics. Shout out to Michigan State for winning. Shout out to the Duke fans for winning. That's all I got for y'all tonight. There's really no more college basketball on. I'm looking right now to see if there's something I can tell y'all to go watch. I don't know. If you got ESPN Plus, nope, can't even watch that. They're not even on ESPN Plus. Troy's up 11 on San Diego State, which I was definitely on Troy plus the points. I was giving them like 14.5 points. Didn't take it. UC Davis is down 4 to Nevada with 5:39 left in the second quarter. Definitely on UC Davis plus the 13.5, which I didn't take. Santa Clara's up. Oh, this game's over there. 8 with 20 seconds left. That's on ESPN Plus, though. Cal Baptist up 20 against UC Riverside. Cal Baptist is a sneaky team in not the WCC, the Big West, I believe. No, they're not in the Big West. They're in the same conference with like Utah Valley. What's that? The WAC? Yeah, the WAC. Because they're in the same conference with Seattle, Utah Valley, and Southern Utah, which I believe is the WAC. So sneaky team there. Cal's only up 8 against Presbyterian, but that's on ACC Extra, so we have to wait tomorrow. Oh, actually, you know what? If you got Peacock, Southern's up 4 against Washington with 2:12 left. So if you want to watch that, upset alert for Washington as they just hit a free throw to make it a 3-point game. Arkansas, I didn't watch the game, but there was a little brouhaha at the end of Arkansas Winthrop that almost cost Arkansas the game as Arkansas escapes 74-73 in regulation. I will say that DJ Wagner getting ejected was kind of whack because he wasn't on the floor to like fight. He was on the floor to try to get his teammate. Realized he was too far on the floor, but they said he's ejected because he stepped on the floor. I mean, by the letter of the law is correct, but I feel like it was whack. You can clearly see he's not trying to fight. He's trying to like tell his teammate like, no, don't do it. But it is what it is. I'll be back Friday, like I said, for the Friday Night Lights episode. 2 games to talk about the college football there. In terms of college basketball, a big matchup tomorrow that I would say to look out for. It's 2 of them. Arizona, UConn, and there is Alabama, Illinois. If you care to listen to my two winners and Arizona, UConn, I'm going to take UConn in that one. Arizona's a tough team with Jaden Bradley and Coy Pete, but I mean, Coach Hurley and his boys is rolling. Solo ball and them, they are rolling. So I'm gonna take UConn. May take Arizona plus the 5.5 points though. 5.5, I feel like they may be able to cover. And then Illinois, Alabama, I'm rolling tide every time with Coach Nate Oates. I'm going down with the ship because I feel like Illinois wants to play with pace, which Alabama for sure wants to play with pace. And if the game becomes a game of pace, I think that definitely favors Alabama with their ability to shoot the three and want to shoot the three. So I'm rolling with the Tide there. So my two picks for tomorrow in those two big games are the Tide and not Arizona, UConn. So maybe I'll make another reel. Reel's supposed to be coming up maybe in the morning about me picking Michigan State and Duke. Maybe I'll be making another one tomorrow night. But now I'm officially gone. Y'all get y'all some sleep or watch whatever y'all want to watch. I'll see y'all Friday. Peace.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.